Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's August 8th, Saturday. And I'm doing this video for my sister. Her name is Bonnie. She lives in Alabama. And I'm sure some of you have subscribed to me because of her, because she spread the word down there about this channel. And, you know, she's a lot like I am. She's pretty close to me in age and definitely very close to me as far as political beliefs, and you know, she's also equally concerned about the situation in this country. But I talked to her on the phone tonight, and she had expressed concerns to me about the obvious situation in this country, where we're headed, and then she made the comment that sometimes she has to pause my videos or stop watching them halfway through because she gets anxiety and gets scared, and you know, she's not alone. I get that in messages a lot, that you know, people aren't really afraid. It's not like it's a doom and gloom type fear, but it's an anxiety type fear because they realize that where we're headed and what we're getting into. And so I want to address that a little bit, because if you have despair or if you have anxiety on this subject, you know, which I mean the coming greatest depression, the economic meltdown of this country, the political upheaval of this country and of the world, then, you know, it's very understandable, and I can see how that is daunting and overwhelming, because it is. But I want to tell you that you need to understand that you are correct. You are right. You know, you are aware because you know something is wrong, and you know your history. If you didn't know your history maybe a year ago, you know it now. And you know what's happening is the erosion of liberty in this country and of the world, and you're standing up for what's right. Now, that doesn't mean what's coming is going to be pleasant by any means, but pleasant or not, it is certainly necessary. I mean, this is unsustainable. You know, this mentality of consumerism, this mentality of cultivating our minds in pop culture, this mentality of idol worship of our political leaders, and dyed-in-the-wool left-right propaganda, it's not sustainable. And, you know, our country has been hijacked from us, and not from this administration. This is just part and parcel of what we've had to deal with, namely since 1913 and the creation of the Federal Reserve, and how the erosion of our liberty can be drawn in a direct parallel to the increase in power of that organization. So, yes, we are in a very difficult situation, and pleasant is a word that probably will not be used to describe this in history, but tremendously important is how it will be described. And, you know, here's the deal. I spent an hour a few weeks ago talking to my brother-in-law's mother, and she was a little girl during the Great Depression. And in that talk with her, I realized, you know, I'm 40 years old. And so I've grown up in the consumer, get it now, greed generation, and I partaked in that. Is that right? I partook? Whatever. I indulged in the me generation, in the get it now, the finance now, pay later mentality of life. And being awake and sitting there talking to somebody who had been through the Depression, I realized that this is a fantastic opportunity for us to get back to what's important in life. You know, and that's going to happen. That's going to happen. We're going to realize, you know, family is what's important. Community is what's important. States' rights are what's important. Less control of our destiny by a federal beast is what's important. And everything, all the crap that we think that is impending disaster, is going to be meaningless. At the end of the day, it's going to be meaningless. These ridiculous left-right arguments, these ridiculous labels, we're going to find out that what's really going to matter is the core principles that made this country. The sacrifice of few hundreds of years ago that gave us this very small, by today's comparison, document, which will stand the test of time, which will be our fallback position. This will be our keep when everything else fails, when all the bullcrap amendments fail, when all the over-legislative legislators fail. This will always be there. And at the end of the day, even though they've tried to shred it, it's ingrained in every American. Even though the school systems are designed to dumb down our kids, this is still at the core of what they know about our country, is the Constitution. And it's too simple to ignore. That's the beauty of it. I mean, that's the beauty of what our founding fathers, which is a politically incorrect term. It's supposed to be founders, whatever. Who cares? It sounds stupid. I'm not saying it. But part of the beauty of what they did was made something so simple that it would stand the test of time. The crap they crap out of Washington now is so convoluted and so watered down and so engineered for special interest that that garbage isn't going to last. It's going by the wayside. And at the end of the day, the states are going to get their power back. The states are going to control their own destiny. The federal government will get back to the powers that it's given by the Constitution. But it's going to be difficult. And it's going to be hard times. But, we're born in this generation for a reason. And we're either going to stand up to the challenge, or this experiment is over. And I refuse to believe that. So, if you're not prepared, or if you're preparing late, prepare. But just don't despair. Because this is going to happen. We're going to make it. We're going to succeed. We're going to take our country back. And at the end of the day, God willing, we will still be, the United States and our Constitution will still be the light of freedom for the world. That's all I got. Love you, Bonnie.